Hey there again, folks. It's me again. That guy who keeps coming back and saying he's gonna do YouTube videos and then doesn't. It's me again. This is an update video where I say I'm gonna come back and do YouTube videos and stream, so it's a little different this time. Yeah. Hopefully this video is moderately coherent. An important quality for a YouTuber to be coherent most of the time. But yeah, since the last videos, there's been some updating that I could do. So yeah, as you may know, or you might not, I don't know. I have for the last three and a half years, been taking care of my mom for the most part. You know, she hadn't been in the best of health, and especially since she went blind about a couple years ago, that definitely started a bit of a decline with her memory. So yeah. Which that's been one reason why I've been haven't felt like I could do YouTube. Felt like this might have been like it'd be a little bit too much of a distraction. Either this YouTube being the distraction from taking care of her, or vice versa. Sometimes her being a distraction, being able to do YouTube. Because being a caregiver, you're kind of always on call. It's a lot of time. It's a lot of people at a time. You're always on call. So you need to be able to, bloop. Go do what you need to do. A lot of times. So, but anyway, yeah. About 3 months ago, she got to doing a bit worse. She had some breaking out of her legs. Turned out to be cellulitis. She's always had trouble with her legs swelling, and that somehow led to her declining quite a bit worse. And so she passed away about a week ago. And so yeah, yeah. I don't really know what to say. It really very much stinks, obviously. I've handled it I feel like I've handled it better than I've expected. I have been mostly not that depressed. I've thought, I'm 35. I've figured I've always had trouble with depression. I figured, she adopted me when she was 45. So since I became a teenager, I was aware, I wouldn't have her as long as a lot of people have their parents. So I guess I've kind of always always had in my head, that she had passed, possibly before, what I mean, while I was still youngish. I guess my age right now is young-ish. So yeah, plus, the last couple months she's really been suffering. So yeah, I'm handling it fairly well. I've always figured since I've had trouble with depression, I would just completely fall apart, be an emotional train wreck, and shockingly, I have been okay. Of course, I've been like, should I feel guilty? That I'm not falling apart. So of course that kind of comes with its own thing. But yeah, I've been mostly good. So just been kind of restless, So I've been, and so yeah, that's why this video might be a little bit less coherent, because I am a little restless, right? I tried to go to sleep a little bit ago and failed. So yeah, I was gonna do this about a day or two from now. Yeah. I figured I'd go ahead and do it now. I'm bad about putting things off, so yeah. I decided to just go ahead and do it now. So anyway, let's do a really long, awkward pause right now, and make things even more awkward. I'm going to be hitting up the YouTube again pretty soon. I really need something to keep myself occupied now, so it's extra motivation now, and it's something I've always wanted to do. I mean, something the YouTubers never going out of, because when I'm thinking kind of out loud, when I'm playing a game, I'm like, dang it, we were so close, and there's nobody in the room with me, so I still say things in the we, in the we, not verb. I was going to say verb. We's not a verb. We's a noun. Third person, not third person. Plural first person. I know English. I was an English major for a while. So yeah, I'm going to, I've had a lot of time to plan things, through the last year. I'm like, when I get back to it, I want to do this and that, so I've got a plan, and now I need to carry it out in order to probably keep myself sane-ish. So yeah, going to take the next week easy, because, like I said, I've been doing pretty good as far as depression-wise. Last couple days have been maybe a little bit worse. Like, I mean, the funeral, I made it mostly good through the funeral, through the preparation, but yeah. Last couple days have been not like real bad, but like a little bit worse. Again, the last couple days I haven't had to do much, as far as like, so it's actually been one of the times I've, been able to kind of like settle, and try to, being busy actually helps you a little bit with that, This has been the busiest week I've had in like 3 years. So, which is probably bad. Busy as far as, like having to get out and do stuff, But anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, this was a mistake to record this. It's literally 2 in the morning right now. I don't know why I'm doing this right now. Most of my videos have been done like this time of night, so. But I've actually been sleeping kind of sort of at night lately, so. Anyway, yeah, I've had time to plan stuff, so. Okay, new game. Gonna get back with that. I've recorded some earlier in the year. I've just kind of like smatteredly put them up onto YouTube. The last one I did was the Bookbound Brigade. I know. Can I pull it up? I forget. They've kind of changed how the YouTube thing is. I can't remember how to actually. Oh, is it content now? Oh, it's actually listed as content on YouTube. Has it always been listed under content, or did it used to be videos? I don't think it used to be called content. Anyway, yeah. Look at the dates. They're pretty spotty. Wow. Skip from March 17th to April 16th. Almost a month. And then 3 in April and then 1 in May. So, yeah, I've really been really spotty this year with the videos. But anyway, long story short, I've actually got 5 recorded on my computer right now. So, I will be putting those up probably starting Monday. And, so those will be the first ones I put up. They're ones I recorded earlier in the year. Like I got Fearful Symmetry, Grim Dragons, Mainlining, Makoko, and One Shot. So yeah, those are the games that I've done. Now, here on YouTube, going to be doing the new game. Still got a buttload of games. I got enough for a game a day, basically, for years. Of course, starts getting into some not that great, territory, But that's how things go. Not everything can be a winner, but I will give it a play and a good try. I have been surprised at some games, you know. So yeah, that's the plan. Also, whenever I start a game that I'm not going to be doing anything like a stream for, I will, you know, do like the first video on that. So that'll be a new day, new game thing too. I've still got a few games off Keymailer that I need to do videos on. I actually left them installed for most of the year. The 5 videos that I have are all games I've gotten off Keymailer. I mean, I've got probably, I don't know. I've got a few that I still need to do videos on. And once I start doing videos, you know, I might get more keys from developers, you know, to do more. I'm probably going to start requesting some more. I actually looked on there and found like a handful of games that look interesting, so I've requested a few. So yeah, that'll be some that I do. And that's one thing I miss, you know, like I know I've got a really small channel, but it does make me feel moderately useful to be able to do a video on a good game that might not be getting a lot of traction, and maybe you know 2 more people can see it on my video that otherwise wouldn't have seen it, you know. So that right there is besides hopefully being entertaining, hopefully, makes me feel kind of, you know, useful on here. So yeah. So yeah. And streaming. That is going to be a major thing for me now. I'm going to have the time. Should have the energy to give it a really, really strong college try. Is that the word for it? A good old college try. It doesn't make much sense, but I think that's how I've heard the expression. Is it a college try? I'm pretty sure it is. Anyway, but yeah, I'm going to go pretty hard on that. Starting next month in September. Again, going to give myself a good week. Throughout this next week, I'll be doing some videos, but I'm going to hold off on the streaming until the beginning of September. And you know, I've always kind of wanted to do, you know, the YouTube thing, you know, and streaming thing, you know, professionally. And so I'm actually going to try really. I mean, that's definitely my goal now, is to try to do it professionally. I'm on my own. I'm pretty low maintenance. It don't take a lot to you know, it didn't take a lot. So yeah, I'm going to try to do that because I've been, you know, I haven't been working for the last 4 years. You know, most of that was I took the initial break because I was stressed out, and I was going to be like, yeah, I'm going to take about 3 months off and get a job. And then Mama's health, you know, she went in the hospital like twice for like pneumonia, and I was like, I'm not sure if I feel comfortable leaving her by herself for too much. So I was like, but anyway, so yeah, I'm worked retail 11 years, and I'm not that sociable of a person. I kind of don't want to. It's not been something I missed. Let's just say that. Something I have not missed at all. I've got whimsical. I would say whimsy, but I haven't missed it. When Toys R Us went out of business, I got whimsy. Like, oh, that sucked. I loved working at Toys R Us. I loved Toys R Us. I hated Toys R Us also, but I loved it too. I didn't love it enough to want to go back. I mean, I did try to go back there before I quit, but then it was like, it was like same stuff, different place there when I went back. So anyway, So yeah, and I like the idea of being my own person. It's not boss, I guess. Um, kind of calling myself a boss is kind of scary to me. So, but anyway, I'm still not any good at these stupid videos where updates. It's just like a crazy person talking about crazy things, just rambling. Anyway, so yeah, streaming. Gonna be starting streaming pretty heavy in September. Been thinking about what games I want to do. I've got plans. Again, I've had time to think about what I want to do. October. This is kind of it's kind of in a time where October. I've always tried to play like scary games. In October. So not that I'm good at them, or I'm not the hugest fan of horror games, but some horror games I do like. So I've got some ideas. It's Alan Wake. I tried playing that a few years ago, and the computer I had didn't quite work. And crap, that's something I could have brought up before, but I will try to remember to mention it in a minute because I don't really want to get off the topic that I'm on right now. You guys remind me, from the future to mention about computer when I'm done. So anyway, Alan Wake. I got a game off the Humble Monthly. Call of Cthulhu. Gonna save that for then. And I've got some games to play. I need to go through sometime in the next 2 or 3 weeks and just. I've got the Outlast games. I've seen the first one played through completely, so I don't know if I really want to play through it, but it's an option. It's an option. I've got the second one too. Don't even know how I got the second one. Probably Humble Bundle. If I can't come up with any others that I want to play, I got those. But I can come up with a good list of horror games, though. I'm pretty sure. Do inventory. But one thing so yeah, I need to kind of keep it toward. I don't need to get into like a huge long game, for September. Just start off with some Dark Souls. There's like a few achievements in Dark Souls 3, and I never touched a DLC in Dark Souls 2. So I figured I could do that. I could play some Paladins. I've actually played it a couple times, or a few times in the last couple days. Pretty fun game. Felt like shooting some stuff, and that was the only thing installed that I really. Well, not the only thing I've installed, but I'll get to that in a second. So I'm not playing some Paladins. I watched Bang Bang Potato play some Fall Guys, and I've seen a couple videos about Fall Guys, and it looks pretty fun. So I'm probably gonna get that. I had to switch over to a new bank account, and so I'm waiting for a debit card to be able to buy anything. So I'm having to. So once I get that new debit card, I'm going to buy Fall Guys. But yeah, I played BioShock Infinite about a month ago, maybe a month and a half ago. Really enjoyed it. But my buddy Chris, aka Bang Bang Potato, he's always wanted to watch me play that, so I was like, oops. Wasn't doing YouTube then. Wasn't expecting to be doing it so soon. But I've still got it installed, and there's still some achievements that I need, that I can do on it. So I think I might stream myself playing it again. I really enjoyed it, and the game is a little confusing in timey-wimey ways. So I would not mind playing it again. Maybe not being as confused story-wise. So yeah. And I got the Humble Monthly. I had it for a while, and then I was like, eh. but then they gave me, I got like an email or something saying I could get it for like $10 a month. So I was like, okay, I'll try it again. But I'm trying to get my money's worth now. So I'm gonna try to play games from it in the month that I actually get the games to make sure I play something from it for sure. I'm really bad about just getting bundles and not ever playing the games at the moment. I'll play them eventually, most likely. I'm just kind of pointing like randomly. I'm looking over and I'm covering my face up like a crazy person. What a professional YouTuber I am. So yeah, I'm gonna see what all is in the next month's Humble Monthly, and I'll see. I'll probably stream a game or two from that. Call of Cthulhu was from the month before, so, but I'm gonna hold that off until October. Oh, yeah, there's another horror game. Yeah, I said that though, didn't I? I mentioned Call of Cthulhu. I think maybe I mentioned it. I played through Vampire. That was in the last one. Pretty good game. But yes, I'm gonna do horror games, and I'm gonna do some games before that. And here is the thing: I've already wanted to do this. I thought of something like this in a couple different forms through the last few years. But this may be too ambitious of me. But it's what I want to try to see how I do. Webcam's kind of a different position than it used to be. I saw like the corner of that wall there, and I was like, is somebody standing in the corner? I was like, I'm supposed to be in the house by myself now. Yeah. The corner of my eye was like, oh wait, why has nobody made a horror game about streamers? And then the game designer hadn't like figured out a way to make like, if you like somebody like appear in the background, that would creep the out of me. Anyway, what I want to do in different forms. Oh, great, yeah. Why is the camera so wide now? She's sitting on a messy bed now. Lovely. Anyway, yeah. Something I've wanted to do for a while now is more charity stuff. Me and Chris did a charity stream back 4 years ago, I think. And I've always appreciated charity stuff like one of them is the Games Done Quick. They do that a couple times a year with speedrunners. Farlands Are Bust. I've always liked that. I haven't watched Farlands Are Bust in a good while, but I always appreciated it, And I've always, I like, it's a way to, make a more positive difference, like, I'm just a crazy person sitting in a room playing video games, so even if I'm the most entertaining person in the whole world, that's good, if I'm I'm not the most entertaining person in the world. I hope not. World sucks if I am. But yeah, doing the charity stuff's more tangible, the most I would be doing is, not saying that, making people, happy, in something, but you can also, the charity be making them happy, by keeping them alive in various ways, depending, or a better living, not system. There's a phrase I'm trying to think of, and I'm better living situation, oh, you're not as hungry, you're not going hungry, you got stuff like that, or The charity I raised money for last time was Extra Life, which it goes to children's hospitals. So stuff like that. I definitely appreciate stuff like that. And I like to that might like when you think of like games done quick. They raise like $2 million, but when I did the charity before, we raised I think like 50 or 60, I think something like that. So I mean that's definitely something. That might be might be maybe the most important, most useful thing I've done here. So yeah, that's something that I definitely want to do. So my idea is my Twitch channel will be a primarily charity driven channel, and first couple months it will just be kind of me getting my legs under myself. But starting in November, I want to, and like I said, this is where the ambition, I might be getting too ambitious, because I want every couple months to be kind of like a marathon situation. So my idea, and I want to do I love Lego games. I love Lego games. I played like the first Lego Star Wars and on the PlayStation 2. So I've always enjoyed them. You can't really suck too bad at them. If you die, you just boop, pop right back up. So if you suck at video games, you can make your way through a Lego game, still pretty easily. Get a little confused at times, but anyway. So what and I've thought about this, a few times, the last few years, that a Lego marathon would be pretty fun. So for November and December, I'm going to play Lego games every day. I've got like 18 of them right now, so I should be able to play through like the story of all of them within. And when I say every day, again, this is ambitious. But I'm going to try to stream every single day of November, December for like 10 to 12 hours. I might be crazy. Well, and I've decided, what, just to keep myself maybe a little bit less crazy. Sundays I might I think I'm just going to do like 4 hours. But even then, my goal is 6 days a week, 10 to 12 hours a day. And kind of make it a little bit of a game, I'm going to keep track of my percentage. If you play these Lego games, you know that they've got percentages, based on how much you've got unlocked and completed and stuff like that. So I thought that might be a fun game, if you're like a real big, if you got some good money, you can be like, I can be like, hey, for every percentage I unlock, donate $1 for it, And do that like every week, because I'll have I'll be keeping tally of it, like I'll do something moderately professional and like have a percentage on the screen, like up to now, and I'll update it like at either when I change games or at the end of every day. I'll tally it up. So, of course, I wouldn't expect $1 because there's with 18 games, that's a maximum amount of $1,800. So, that's a lot of money. I'm not expecting very many people donate that. I mean, if everybody could donate that would be great. But, that's expecting that. So, if you don't have a lot, you could be like a penny, Then wait, do that per month. So if I finish like 1,000% of all the games, $10, Is that $10? Is it more? No, yeah, that's $10. I can do math. Yeah, 100% would be $1. Yeah. I've got a 1,000% would be $10. Okay, but yeah, like a dime or something, like $100 for 1,000%. I think is correct. You probably want to do your own math just to be safe. Those calculations, but it'd be kind of fun thing, kind of like you can kind of pledge it, like for every so and so, a quarter for every percent, yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that, and then like that'll be like January, February. I mean, that'll be November, December. Then January, February will be kind of back to normal streaming. I want to do it like 5 days a week. I'm going to be trying to build up to that. In September. 5 days a week, about 6 hours a day. Not on theme, but then like 2 months on, 2 months off. 2 months on, not 2 months off. I probably should have said 2 months off then 2 months on because it seems like that would make more sense. But anyway, yeah, and I've got a few themes, that I've got ideas for, like story games. I've got during the Steam Summer Sale, I bought the David Cage games that got on the Steam, and really enjoyed those games. And those could be. I was thinking, there's some pretty weird stuff in these. It'd be kind of fun to real fun. Kind of wish I was recording right now because it's a bit silly, So, stuff like that, To the Moon, I wouldn't want anything like too RPG heavy, because I want the main focus to be on the story. So some visual novels. I've got like the Phoenix Wright trilogy, although that could take like 2 weeks in itself, going like 10 hours a day. So, it'd be fun. I'd enjoy that, but I'd have to see if other people might. I've got like some themes, like racing games. I know I've got like, the story one, anger management. So things like Dark Souls, Super Meat Boy. Well, would fit. Like a lot of like hard retro games would work, like retro kind of inspired games. Celeste is actually. I've got Celeste. I did a video on Celeste earlier this year. It's actually a fairly relaxing game for being really hard. I mean, I'm sure I would rage some at it, but I don't know if that would quite fit. It has a really chill soundtrack, though. But yeah, I can find plenty of games to make me angry. Like, so I don't know. I might could do like, of course, one thing about these, doing it for charity is it would be good to find incentives, to get people to donate. So maybe like somebody could donate a penny for every time I die. They would lose a lot of money. To be safe, people might want to be like a penny for every 100 deaths. Oh, I've got the Mega Man collection. That's right. I also have retro, though, as a category. So that would Mega Man would fit into that too. So I've got like a bunch of Sega Genesis games on the off of Steam. So that would work. There's a bunch of retro games, that are on Steam already. I've played the Metal Slug games. They're on Steam, and I could always, I need to get a capture card for this computer anyway, so I could always get like a Nintendo Classic or Super Nintendo Classic. I think it's a Classic, right? The mini one. So I could always, try to find one of them and play some retro games on it. I would like to play Earthbound again, actually. So that could be how I would. I could probably fill out a couple months playing some retro games. A lot of them be games haven't played that much because I didn't play a whole lot of games back then. But I've kind of regretted a little bit. Not playing as much games back then. But anyway, funny games. I was thinking like Stanley Parable. There's some funny point and click adventures. So that would be one I'd have to see if I could fill enough, if I could find enough. I could play. Yeah, Deponia is that would fill out a couple days, like the whole trilogy, and plus the fourth game. That would be like 3 days out of like 60. Stanley Parable wouldn't fill out a whole day, so that one I've got to wrote down. I'll have to go through my games to see if I have enough for funny. Then like driving, I have never been much for driving games, but I do have a few. I do have a handful of driving games, So, and of course, for charity, it would be worth going on and getting some more, for any of these categories. I'll try to find them cheap, but be worth, buying some for full price. I do have quite a few driving games. I was a little surprised when I started driving. I was like, do I actually have that many driving games? But I've actually played some this year, Euro Truck Simulator and American Truck Simulator, so both those count. Plus, I did a video on Grid way back when. I've got a set of courses. I've got quite a few racing games. Plus, I can buy some more, And I've got Rogue down here, like Rogue or Lat type games, like your Spelunky and your Risk of Rain, Rogue Legacy. Games like that. I actually had a bit of a series like that way back when, where it was like 30 days of this, when I would play Rogue or Lat game. Can't remember which one. I think Rogue Lat is the way to say it. But I do like a run every single day, for like 30 days. It only lasted like 2 months. Maybe a month and a half or 2 months. So, but yeah, I think I've got quite a few games that are roguish. And of course, any ideas for any other things, are more than welcome. Genres, not genres, but yeah, theme is the word I was trying to say. So yeah, I'm 100% open to more ideas like that. I was thinking I want to play BioShock Infinite, on there, kind of as an excuse because again, Chris was wanting to watch me play through it, and I was like, I wouldn't mind playing it again, myself. So I was like, what about the B month or the B marathon? Like playing games that begin with B. I was like, that's stupid. I mean, it would be fun to do, because it's so stupid. But I mean, I know the B movie has a lot of memes on it, so I mean, would be a really weird meme marathon to do. Crap, if I did that, I'd have to play the B movie game. So I'd have to find what all that came out on. I'm sure it was a game. I think I saw a video. I think it might have been PlayStation 2. That I saw a video about the B movie game. So anyway, so I may not do that one. So yeah, I've got definitely got any more ideas, and I'll have to see if I have the games to fill it out, of course. And of course, with me streaming, that would be a fun way to It'd be kind of fun to go through my library and be like, hey, you guys like this idea? How about this game? So yeah, and of course, not all games would be winners, but for everybody, but a good consensus would be good. So yeah, this is like a 40-minute video, no surprise. again, I've had time to think about what I want to do. So these ideas have been churning for a while now. So I'm able to do them now. So yeah. Oh, and yeah, computer. The computer I had before, which my buddy Chris sold to me for a good price. It was the best computer I had at the point. Which is normally what you go for with a computer upgrade. Nobody ever goes like, you know what, I'm going to downgrade my computer. So I mean, I don't know why I felt like I had to say it was the best computer I had at that point, because it'd be pretty obvious, you know. So it went, literally, it went up in smoke. Well, what up in smoke isn't accurate. The power thing, I think, blew out because it started making some weird noise, and I noticed I had noticed a little bit before that it was kind of like it was sluggish, making a bit more noise, and then it started making like more noise. So I was like, oh crap! I cut it off real quick and I took it in the living room to see if I could figure out what was wrong with it, and I was like, I don't see anything wrong with it. Maybe it's okay. So I brought it back in here and plugged it in. And it just went, and I could see like a little puff of smoke come out, and it was nothing. So I'm like, great. It's pretty good timing though, because that was right when it was literally, I think that happened maybe on a Saturday or Sunday. So I called the bank to see how much was in there, and the stimulus checks that everybody got had just went in there either that day or the Friday or Saturday before. So I was like, okay, interesting. So I was able to actually get a better computer than I was planning on it. I feel a little guilty for getting as good a computer, but not that guilty, because but it's a really good upgrade. It's not about power. When my buddy Chris taught me into getting it, he was like, "This is the best one for the price." I'm like, I never spent that much on a computer, but it was but yeah, with the you know, yeah, especially since I'm going to be doing the streaming, I now feel pretty confident it was a good investment, and you know, really fun to play on. So yeah, so I got a pretty good computer. It can run things. I'm not going to have to turn the settings down on mini games at all for a while. So that would be nice, because that's what I used to have to do. I would have played Bioshock Infinite years ago if I had a good computer at the time, but I do remember I tried playing it for like 15 minutes. I was like, this isn't watchable. I mean, me being on the screen or a bit talking over it makes it somewhat watchable, just barely watchable. But yeah, with the frame rate and everything, it was definitely not watchable. So anyway, probably need to try to take a nap. I'm going to probably record a video of a game and then take a nap. So. Man, it's like 45 minutes. I looked and saw 11. I was like, I think I'm about done talking earlier. And yeah, I have missed stuff like this though. Really long walk. That could be something I bring back for Minecraft. For streaming, I should say, because that actually was very stress relieving to talk, you know, about stuff, even if it wasn't like very serious stuff, you know, just like random, like what have I been playing. It was a pretty nice, like, cathartic thing to do. So I've missed it. It's been pretty cathartic too. Nobody's watching at this point, I hope. Don't you guys have anything better to do than listen to me talk for 45 minutes? I want to invest in like some books or games, or I don't know. If this is the most entertaining thing you can be doing, then yeah, you might want to get some. You might want to get some stuff. Anyway, if this is the most entertaining thing you can do for like 45 minutes, so I guess I should say. So anyway, I guess that's about it. I did want to mention the computer because that was something relevant to the whole thing, and I'm actually surprised I remembered to mention it when I wanted to mention it earlier. I don't think I'm forgetting to say anything. Like money wise, I'm okay for a good while. So, like I said, I'm pretty low maintenance. So, I've got a good year to try to make this work before I need to start looking for something else if it doesn't. So, I'm gonna definitely give it a good year. Of course, if I have to find a job next year sometime, I'm still going to be doing this as a hobby. I mean, I was working for the first 4 years I did YouTube anyway, so yeah. But I've got the time to be able to do it full time, so I'm going to be going pretty hardcore. I mean, I've said before I was going to do like 10 to 12 hours a day, goal wise. So that's the goal. I'm gonna forget anything. I'm gonna stop recording, and then I'm gonna remember something, and I'm gonna be too lazy to start recording again and edit it. So if I'm forgetting something, it'll come up later. It'll come up later. Expect more videos coming up. Like I said, starting Monday, the videos up. Oh, actually, I was going to say, one of the first ones I do want to record, I want to stream, is called One Shot. And it's going to be in the video because I recorded because I recorded that in January. And I didn't upload it because I never got around to streaming it. But I mentioned in the video that I'm thinking about streaming. I'm probably going to stream that one. But I always wanted to hold off until I started streaming it. So, yeah. So that'll be another game that I'll probably stream in the next whenever I start. Should be a pretty short game, but it's pretty fun. The bit that I played, I don't remember a lot about it now, but I remember enjoying it pretty well. So anyway, I'm gonna shut up. It's before this hits 50, because it's ridiculous any 50-minute video for me. But it's even more ridiculous when it's just me on the screen and nothing else to distract from the me. So, yeah, that's going to be it. Hope you guys enjoyed hearing me ramble and stuff. Like I said, I'm okay, another reason I wanted to give it another week is, in case did I mention this at the beginning? That I wanted to give it a week because I want to make sure I don't have any bad depressed episodes or anything, which I'm thinking I probably won't have, but you never know. Maybe I didn't mention that earlier. But yeah, I did want to explain why I was here's the timeline, give myself time, even though I'm feeling restless now. And I'm doing that on the streaming. The episodes I can record and not have to worry about biting off too much at a time. Okay, I'm going to shut up now. Talk to you guys later in a video, a stream, something. So, later, y'all.